So exam seasons are here, and I've prepared mock exam papers for all of you, right, from Sec 1 to Sec 2 to Sec 3, E-Math and A-Math. Of course, for the Sec 4 and 5, I found some online prelim papers for your additional practice. So do sit down, right, and clear up the questions, because these are all curated, right, and it really can help you to prepare yourself and be ready for your upcoming exams. Okay, so over the last few days and in fact weeks, I received many texts consistently, right, asking me, Dylan, how do I improve my mathematics from a fail to a C to a B to a A, because I study really hard, but often I'm just getting stuck, right, at the particular score. I'm not seeing the results, right, that I crave for. So, I totally understand, right, what you're going through, because I remember back when I was in primary school and lower sec as well, right, I was really struggling. I studied really hard. I was a really diligent student, but my grades is always very mediocre, right? And I always thought that, I'm not the smartest and the brightest student, right, because of the reflections, the grades that's come back. But after a while, I started to realize that, right, it's not about intelligence, it's not about, right, not studying hard enough, right, but it's more about the exam skills and the study skills that you deploy, right, to do well. I didn't know all that, right? I just sit down, right, and study 4 hours like I was thinking that I was doing productive work, but it wasn't, right? I didn't have a strategy. I didn't know what's the process. I was just doing random homework questions, flipping through the textbook, right, not knowing how to study, right? Then slowly on, right, in upper sec, in JC, in university, right, I start to, gain the skills, right? And I dropped the label, right? I'm no longer bad in humanities, language, science, mathematics. I realized that this is a skill that I could learn. And, my grades really improved a lot, right? I was consistently one of the top students, right? In upper sec, JC, and of course in university also. So I want to share this entire process with all of you, right? So that you all can learn from it, right? This is a huge community. We have over 5.2 people, 5.2,000 people now, right? So I really can't, help every single one. So I just do my best, to put out resources, right? And some of these videos that can help you. But of course, if you find my lessons and my teachings are useful and you want some personal guidance and mentorship, right, then next week, my classes will be open again, right? Because we are going to prepare for end of year ready. So, right, if you are interested and you found the things that I share can be beneficial to help you to improve in your math, then I welcome you to join Paradigm, okay? But let's dive right into what I want to talk about today. The entire framework that I want you all to take away, right, to improve your math in the shortest amount of time is called ASO, right? So over the next couple of days, right, I will break down, right, what exactly does ASO means. And today I want to talk about A, right? A stands for Analyse. Now, as I've shared, this entire game, right, of studying, right, it's all a game. It's a game of chess, right? You're playing Super Mario, right? You're playing some computer games. It's the same. The entire methodology, right, and the framework is the same. The first thing, right, is always to analyze. Because let's say you're playing a chess. First of all, you want to know, right, what are the different moves, right, the enemy can throw at you, and you know how to counter react, right? So I want to know, right, what are the different possible, right, types of methods that the enemy can attack me. So similarly in mathematics, right, I want to know in a particular chapter, what are the possible types of questions that the exam can take. So if you're struggling in mathematics, go and ask someone that scores distinction frequently. Go and ask them, right, does math feels repetitive to you? Right? Does math feels predictable to you, right, in terms of the exam questions? And they would often say, oh, I've seen this before. I know how to do it. This is the steps, right, to take when you see this type of question, right? They know exactly because they have analyzed the different questions. So I want to walk you through a few examples. Okay, so the first step, analyze. You can see that, let's say, right, just an example over here, right? This is the first few chapters in E-Math, HCF, Maths and Skills and Proportions. Upon doing many, many questions, right, you start to realize that, oh, in these few chapters, right, there's only these few types of questions. HCF and LCM, right? Of course, the first type is to find HCF and LCM. Right, next, right, we have perfect squares and perfect cube. We have multiples, and then we have original number. Right, I start to analyze. Okay, then I come through another 50 questions. Okay, so don't even need to do yet. You don't even need to practice anything yet. Your first job is to start categorizing them. Now, after you categorize, you need to learn how to recognize them as well, right? You need to know, right, when, right, is this particular type of question? Because if you can't recognize, you do not know what moves to response later on, right? So HCF, there's 4 types. Maths and skills, right, there's 3 types. Proportions, there's 4 types, right? So once you recognize already, then you start combing through and realize that, oh, actually it's just these few types. So this gives you a huge reassurance, right, that no worries, as long as I master these few types, I'm ready. I'll definitely see a pass, right? And that is the first step, right, to improving your results. Of course, similarly for A-Math, right, I just put an example on exponential. So you can see that in exponential, the first thing that we learn is all the simplifying rules, right? Law of indices, right? How do I deal with all the different values, right? Different laws. Okay, next, we start to realize that, oh, there's a different ways to solve exponential, right? There's compare powers, adding log or ln, right? And substitution, right? And that is where you can, be more creative to come up with different acronyms. So in my class, I talk about PLS, please, right? Power, ln, and substitution, right? So that's where you start to, use different tactics, so that you can remember things way much easier. And of course, we have word problems, right? And then graphs. So you can see easily, right? Every single chapter, my job is just to sit down. I don't even have to do anything yet. I just need to start analyzing, right? What are the different types of questions in these particular chapters? Now, after which, in the next video, then we talk about, okay, how do we react, right? Then I talk about, what are the steps that we're going to take to elevate our grades. So immediately when you start to recognize, number one, you start to feel more confident because now mathematics don't feel that, alien to you anymore, right? You realize that, oh, this question, okay, I know this is a perfect square question. Oh, this question, I know is a proportions level 2 question. Oh, this question, exponential solving through substitution, right? You can start to, know how to respond to it. And that's the first step. And trust me, immediately when you know how to recognize and analyze the questions, you start to see yourself improving, and 100% you will be at a C5, C6. Okay, so in the next few videos, right, I'll walk you through, right, how to get from a C to a B, then to an A, right? But this is what I want to share. So go through, right, regardless of your grades, that is the first step that we're going to take, right? Analyze the different moves, analyze, right, in the particular chapter, right, what are the different types of questions that can be tested. Okay, so I'll catch you in the next one, right? I will film up the next S, right, which is strategize, right? So take care, everyone. All the best for your exams. If there's anything, I'm always a DM away, right? Just let me know. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.